we maybe have some faith in this Terrorblade. Oh man, you guys are matching today.
Yeah, matching. Look at us.
Well, now you're gone.
on purpose.
But no
We
one wants
called
to
each
look at
other.
you. They want to look at us.
Yeah, see, we called each other, but like we forgot the pants part of it. You went blue, I went brown pants.
Looks nice still.
Yeah.
You know, if we cut the down part,
I like
looks
blue
good.
better, personally.
We're gonna go with
Blue.
Aster. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, wait, if we just there we go.
yeah, we can do it like this.
we
It's
can
no
do this
problem.
too.
The good old
Slav
Slavic
squat.
Slav squat. Yeah, it's. I think the game needs to start. I hope the game's not paused because my legs are shaking right now.
You got to get that upper leg.
You haven't done leg
strength.
day in a
You need
while.
to go
Lacoste?
lower,
You need to
Biko.
go lower.
like this.
Oh.
Well, I had to stay on camera still. But here we go into the game. 5 Asters. Let me ask you a question. Aster you a question?
You answered me a question? What was the question?
I was going to say, how do you feel about these matchups coming in? Obviously, we're all favoring Aster. We've seen White Album really dominate with this puck. And he's going up against the Leshrac, which... Was it D-Stones we saw fainting the stuns and landing them on the puck when he played against the last? Or I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was. We watched too much Dota, but I remember the specific. I don't recall who was playing it. Interesting build on a flyby. He decides to go with Bracer first item. Okay, a bit more HP region coming out from him from level 1. I just need to get it out. It's. I've been lazy lately. You know, this squat took a lot of my energy.
That was a full day's workout right there. Just that one squat.
The battle begins.
I mean, it's okay. I understand it. Took a lot out of me as well. TB.
DB 500, almost 600 HP with 3 branches, sitting at the 9 armor. Not too bad, but as panel discussed, Scarlet Mage and also Mars, they do not care about armor.
I know I bring this up a lot when we watch God King, but now he's playing the TV. So tell the quick story about when he was trialing for newbie. He played TV like 12 times in a row. Bought Midas every single time.
How many games did he lose?
I think all of them. I think it was like all of them. But I can check his Dota buff real quick and not over-exaggerate on how many games he did lose with that trial.
So I want to see the spam coming out. TB not starting. I wouldn't mind if he started with the Magic Stick, because there's going to be some spam. Bulwark, God's Rebuke, and Scarlet Mage. Now we have God King against God's Rebuke. Who's going to win?
Probably God's Rebuke. Maybe?
I don't know. You're into these like Marvel comics and stuff, so you should know more.
Which God will win.
Yeah, better matchups. Whose God is stronger? Like which spells they got.
I think Shazam just takes them all out.
Shazam. That was a fun movie. You know, nothing too spectacular, but made me chuckle a couple of times.
So I think The Rock is playing Black Adam, who's a part of that universe in the Shazam world.
So Spectre into Leshrac. We didn't talk too much about the matchups because we always have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Blade Mail, Dispersion, like you just love to play into Leshrac. Leshrac's never going to feel comfortable playing into him, and this should be the item build. I see Monet queuing up Power Treads. Sometimes we see just straight up Blade Mail, but this time around, I mean, it's a must-have item. There was one Spectre in Chinese region that did not pick up Blade Mail at all, which was very surprising.
I believe it lost too, right?
That's why she lost, exactly.
Yeah. And you know a chipped vest is going to drop here for probably both teams because they have Centaur and Spectre. Just this tradition at this point. A couple of shots coming in on the flyby. He's kind of been isolated here. Quite tanky still, and they've got the Nature's Attendant, Spectral Dagger for the slow. I want to avoid that hoof stomp, but it looks like First Blood will be here for the side of Aster.
Lanham wanted to give last hit to Monet, but got arrowed, so still going to be full HP. Good start for Lanham. We've seen what Lanham can do on his position 5 heroes, whether it's a Baton, whether it's Treant Protector. Very aggressive player that gets a lot of farm.
Yeah, Lanham has made this Enchantress work. We've seen a couple strong Enchantresses early. We'll see what build Lanham goes for right now, 0-1-1. So he's got the enchant, he's got the Nature's Attendant, so you have the slow, you have the heal. But I guess the question is, do you want to go heavier into the impetus, or are you looking more for, both the enchant Nature's Attendants to be higher? Because we've seen both sides. 1 point Nature's Attendants, max out your QW, or keep impetus low, max out your WE.
I guess he just puts another point in Nature Attendance later on, just to have a bit more sustain for Spectre, because it's all about Spectre getting the farm, getting her couple of easy CS at the start, and Mirana, she's in the base. So not too much pressure on Spectre right now.
No, and actually TPing towards mid. Obviously, that's to refill that bottle, or attempt to. So White Album, right now just working with that bottle. No Courier going into the Null Talisman. See how he can do. This is a hero he has just popped off with multiple times. It's kind of disgusting how well he plays this puck. Like, just that hero alone, I think adds like 10-15% to their win percentage.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to play a hero. We're going to see a bottle refill. Enchantress doing her job, doing the work. Panel, I think they discussed about 4-leg strat. TB, the only one who's not a 4-leg. And also, when Leshrac kills Enchantress, he says, like, you're a disgrace to 4-leg or something like 4-leg abomination.
Yeah, a little animal farm going on right there.
A bit of a slow start to a game. 5 minutes in, we only have 1 kills. We want to see the bloodbath. We want to see people dying. Just some action happening. Right now, it's Farm Fiesta.
They're very quiet, but this definitely seems like a game that could pop off post level 6 for both teams. Maybe not so much for like God King, but you can see these other heroes, big ultis ready to get dropped down. So they try to get a kill there onto the Snapfire. They'll be sent back, getting under the tower and surviving. And then Felix setting up for the arrow, or at least wanting to.
TB with the casual 16 armor when he's close to the tower. That gets him to 50% exact physical resistance. So just half, very easy to do math, very quick.
Quick maths. Yeah, not really doing much in terms of damage at the moment, but they continue to throw shots over at Super, hoping that they can maybe pick off one here bottom. They're keeping 3 heroes down low and letting Spectre just have the lane to himself.
Super's not gonna die easily. He has 17 magic wand charges, infused raindrop, no boots, so he's not that easy target to kill.
I would almost go as far as to say maybe unkillable right now. Trying to end that fire snap cookie. Won't get it though. They're just waiting. Super come out a little bit too far. Maybe they can get this kill. They've got the silence, the land, the spear, the lockdown. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, it will be.
Cookie not used. Terrorblade understands I can't really play the bottom lane anymore. They're tri-laning, so I'm just gonna go hit the jungle creeps. Spectre is level 6, doesn't have too much mana to work with, but yeah. Just looking at the rotation, these stones making a move, Stampede.
Yeah, they want to go for this. They already look over at the Enchantress. Lanham just gets destroyed. A couple rotations coming through from Aster, where they'll look to get a return kill onto Flyby, or maybe even skip him and go for D-Stones. Right clicks in, arrow doesn't land. Oh, try to TP out the damage. It's there. They killed D-Stones. Nothing Flyby can do about that.
Maybe if arrow connected on one of the heroes, it would be enough, so he would be able to TP out. Spectre, as mentioned, Haunt available, 150 mana, has a Clarity running, so still a decent trade. For Team Aster, just losing a position 5 and getting a kill on an enemy mid laner. That was also Coil with Arcane Rune, so another Coil will be available in a second. Let's see if White Album can pick up the rune. It's gonna be haste, so he could potentially make a rotation on one of the side lanes again.
So let's see what he does here with this. Super getting soul experience, I guess that's
That's super
fine.
good for him, yeah. This is gonna be level 6 Snapfire, 9 minutes in. Boots of Speed done. Not the best hero to defend the tower with. It's not Winter Wyvern. It's also not a Treant Protector, so he's gonna drop here. No doubt about it.
Yeah, getting caught. They've got the ensnare from the enchanted creep of Lanham. And they'll get the kill onto Super, and now they can pressure this tower. So far, the Aster movements have been really fine here, as there really hasn't been much of an answer coming out from this side of RNG.
I think these stones is making a big mistake being in the jungle right now instead of trying to make a rotation on the top lane. Mid, arrow connects, they're gonna get the kill, but I want to see him pressure the tower because you're gonna lose your tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Top is getting pressured a bit. Okay, and if they can get a kill with Mirana and Leshrac on the mid lane, they rotate more heroes to the
Spectre
top. This is a
controlled
big
heavily.
kill if they can get it, but Spectre a bit too tanky. This is why I wanted the Leshrac to rotate to the top lane, get a possible kill on Spectre with the Stampede, transition that into tower with the Edict, level 3 Edict at the moment, more than enough to bring it down.
Tower is under attack.
So right now they're still giving potentially a chance for Aster to defend the tower, but it's dropping way too quickly. Minus armor coming out from the Blightstone, and the Little Shredder is a bit too much.
Arcane Ring found for Spectre. No chipped vest just yet. Fly by putting the pressure onto Monet as he's in his own jungle. And they've taken the tier 1 top. They're looking for the tier 1 mid, and they can really start to shrink the map of Aster. The question is that going to be enough to shut down this Spectre? So far sitting middle of the pack at just 3,500 net worth. Like, even the TB's ahead. A little surprising.
Well, let me just switch the network. I'm about, I'm a guy that switches 10 minutes in. Let's
No
see the
ifs, ands, or
network.
buts.
No.
Radiant are scanning.
Maybe I switch to see how much gold they got, switch it back to CS.
But never fully there until the end.
Then
Of 10. They've
they
got the
have-
Mystic
they got a
Flare.
sentry.
They should be able to get this kill. They'll take out Flyby, easily done. Mortimer's Kisses gets used. That doesn't feel great to use them, but
Radiant's middle tower
might as
is
well
under
try.
attack.
Arena Spear and, well, the Mystic Flare is more than enough damage to get the tanky Centaur, who's sitting top of the net worth.
Puck this time around going for more aggressive build. A lot of Pucks just getting that Witchblade as a first item.
Right.
Now he's going into a Blink Dagger. I guess they want to have someone to just straight up initiate a fight, but I don't like if XXS gets a Blink Dagger as a first item. So you're gonna have 2 Blink Daggers. Just one is enough, so they need to communicate. Like, who gets it? Because Puck with Witchblade, it gives you enough damage to solo kill heroes, especially a hero like a Snapfire, 1 coil, even Mirana. You just need that a bit extra damage, and Witchblade provides you with that. So White Album decided to go for a Blink Dagger. Mars also getting closer to his one. So if they get 2 Blink Daggers, then it's smoke time. Use the arena, try to get a kill on TB. Spectre in the middle of the pack. Not too much farm at the moment.
Stampede going after Lanham. They've got the minus armor. They have 3 heroes here. They'll get the kill. It's taking out this Enchantress once again and giving a 1k lead over to RNG. We've talked about the double blinks at times. We were seeing it a little bit more with like DK and Mars or DK Legion when that was popular in Season 1. And just a lot of gold spent on mobility.
Radiant's courier
And it
has
feels
been
like you
killed.
almost forced into a spot where you have to make it work.
Yeah, with purchasing 2 Blinks, you want to take a fight. DD on White Album, more than enough. White Album, they're taking a lot of kills away from him. Only, he's been involved in 3 out of 6, but usually when you rotate, you want to get the last hit.
Right. And so Blade Mail gets delivered for the Spectre. Can get involved now. Low heroes, you use that haunt, you jump in, you pop that Blade Mail, maybe sneak a kill here or there.
Now once the Blade Mail is done, it also allows you to farm the Ancients more efficiently. So she can possibly be in triangle right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lanham just enchanting creeps in the enemy jungle, trying to farm where he can, and he's actually picked himself, despite the fact that he's died a handful of times. You know, it's not that bad net worth for him.
He's doing okay. It's just that he got the first blood, set himself up for a nice game. It's Enchantress. Like, this hero doesn't need items, but whatever you can get, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, you see a lot of like first item solar crests on Enchantress. And Borax, he's doing what he normally does with this Skywrath, going into that first item, Rod of Atos, which we've seen from him before. We've seen it on a couple Skywraths be as slow as like 25 minutes to pick up the Rod of Atos when you're just not having a good game on the Skywrath.
It might be the same thing here. They are not fighting at all. He's been involved in 2 kills. Hero that doesn't really have a farming tool. You need to invest mana. Concussive Shot, at least right now, works on creep waves. Remember before, like, you couldn't even use that on creeps. Now, this hero was so bad.
No, actually, I do think this hero's quite good in situational plays. I'm waiting for someone to play him in a core role and see that shard with like Ags and all that.
He's just too squishy. Like, you feed away so much gold, even if you have like 5-0 start, you rotate. Still very sustainable to burst. Any kind of jump will result in your death, pretty much. Morana ulti, but seems like nothing is happening. There is an observer ward. Oh, it's just in the triangle, so... Aster, they see what's happening inside the triangle. Sentry, unfortunately, does not reach.
They smoke.
They saw the smoke.
Yep. Although, they saw it, but they didn't back off the mid lane. Mortimer's Kisses, the arrow. Again, the focus is on Alana. Maybe a little surprising considering they got the hoof stomp on both. Maybe they thought the arrow wouldn't connect in time before the phase shift and you either get one or none.
Or maybe they didn't see it. I don't know what the plan here was, because the rest of the team was holding the high ground at the northern part of the map. Haunt still available. We have not seen a single Haunt yet.
Yeah, very relaxed from Aster. But you've got the Yasha soon here for Monet. There's the medallion, a smoke picked up for the Enchantress, maybe signaling that they do want to make a move here. Arena, Spear, Mystic Flare. Oh, and a God King, they'll get the kill onto the Terror Blade. They look over at Super. They've got the slow. A little bit of minus armor on the White Album. They land the stun. Ooh, arrow coming in, but that only hits onto the Enchantress. Centaur trying to make something happen with a Stampede, but he can't get a right click. Oh, finally he does. Starstorm in. They get the kill on Alanum. Flyby, he's tanky, but how tanky is he surrounded by 4 heroes? Monet's already dipping off of this one, so they won't chase.
It's a bit of a difficult kill to get a Centaur with the Vanguard and Hood, but they can clear the rest, and that's exactly what they did. Good initiation, they get the TB, can get off the Sunder. Morana going into Yule Scepter, and we can see the power of Spectre with the Blade Mail. She goes in on top of Lashrak. He's not going to feel comfortable at all playing into this. I want to see what his item build is going to be. He has Yule Scepter going into Kaya. If you want to go a greedier route, like BKB is okay. Sorry, if you want to go Boots of Travel, that's a bit greedy. Maybe this time around you're going to need an earlier BKB just to fight with the team and then into Boots of Travel. But let's see what he decides to go for.
So it's a big fight there, taking out T-Stones, who was having a big game. Slowing him down. Yep. Centaur is towards the top.
So he queues up a BKB. I think it's a much safer play, because if you go Boots of Travel, sometimes it can also backfire. You want to go for that one extra creep wave, you get punished, then the investment's really not there.
Oh god, Felix just getting caught again, XXS. Able to grab that kill. And it's every time, because Borax and XXS are kind of working in tandem.
Aster should just keep fighting right now. They
Blink.
have Witchblade, they have Arena.
They catch up onto Super, Borax with another kill. And that's going to get him the Rod of Atos. So after we mentioned that he was kind of progressing slowly on the Rod of Atos, he's been involved in a lot. That fight over mid, he got quite a bit in gold. There he gets 2.
Talked about the 20-minute Road of Atos. It's going to be 18 minutes, so not too much difference. And Spectre will have Manta Style done in the next minute or 2. So everyone has an item to fight. at the moment.
Dream Coil down. They'll find Felix once again.
Oh, Felix is just not having a game. They are completely murdering his game. He shows up in the lane, dies, respawns, dies again. And these are 3 back-to-back deaths.
They're really not feeling it at the moment.
Radiant's bottom
And that's a big
tower
problem.
is under
Look at where he is in the net worth. Like the 2 supports of Aster are farming really well.
And they're slowly transitioning into cores. And okay, I like this play. They're going inside the pit. They have a medallion. TB with meta. Eating a ton of damage coming out from Leshrac. It's a good one. I think this time around Leshrac picks it up because TB already used the meta, and if he respawns, can't do really much at this point. Like, if this was the second Roshan, I think TB picks it up.
Right.
But it's much better on Leshrac at the moment.
Now the question is, can they do anything with this Aegis? They're starting to drift behind. They're down 3K.
Maybe with next meta. They don't feel they have enough damage without meta. So I expect them to wait another 2 minutes and possibly smoke. Maybe try to get a pick off with Mirana ulti. Also, we have not seen Mortimer's kisses. We've seen 1 Mortimer's on top, and that's it, which they did not get any kills with, so got a bit more. Like, this hero is really good at making the rotations once you hit that level 6. It kind of guarantees 1 kill, if not 2. Didn't happen this time.
No, not really. You've got the minus armor. Yeah, that helped you get Roche, but you want to see a lot more from your Snapfire. Go to the Stampede. They get the kill on the God King, though. Monet gets credit for that one. They'll throw the arrow in. That hits onto the Spectre. Can they keep the Spectre alive? They've got the Dream Coil down onto the 3. Spectre getting low. Finally, Monet dies, so they've traded their carries. They look over to get the kill on the Felix. Stun misses on Alanum, and they look for the Spear, and I don't believe that lands, but the right clicks in on a D-Stones as well as the
very
Silence onto this Centaur. D-Stone somehow walks out of this. They've got the Moonlight Shadow to hide under, and they look over as they lose Flyby. 3 heroes dead here, and they do get the Spectre.
They do. Spectre
But-
did not manage to pop up
Oy.
any of the abilities. No Blade Mail. Had the Essence Ring. Had a Magic Wand. If she uses it, just the Essence Ring, I think she survives there. Then she can pop the Blade Mail and would not be focused anymore. But the most important part, like XXS, we didn't talk too much about him this time around. He's been very active, involved in 12 out of 15 kills. Has a BKB done on top of a Blink Dagger. So he's having a really good time. So Aegis still in the hands of RNG.
Yeah, getting close to getting that taken out. But I think holding it definitely gives them maybe a response opportunity. Just a
I
question
think they need to
of
take a
if.
fight. Use
Yeah.
this. Meta is available, so let's see if they decide to go for a smoke play. Mirana ulti not available. Super doesn't even have a smoke. He bought one, but needs to use the courier.
So it'll be a little bit.
Like, this game is slipping out of their hands if they just wait, so they need to do something.
Yeah, they got the Spectre, which is good, but they need to continue to try and get the lockdown
are scanned.
and shut down these games a little bit more. White Album's starting to really get away. Up top, Stampede used again. Borax might be the one they go for, but is it really worth it just trying to get a kill here onto the Skywrath using that Stampede?
And Borax is like, I'm gonna TP out. If I die, I get a free TP.
Enchantress bottom. And they've got the Pulse Nova, right clicks trying for it, but you don't really need the right clicks. All you need is the magic damage, and you'll get the kill on Alanum. So a couple of good pickups there for RNG moving around the map. That's really well done. You know, gotta make something happen with this Aegis. I think that's okay. You still want more, though.
Is under attack.
They didn't get the kill
Dire's
on a core,
structures
but
are fortified.
it's all good. Just getting the pickoffs here and there. And seems like they're not going to go for a full smoke. Go with the TB meta because he does not have it anymore.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Solar Crest picked up for the Snapfire. They're starting to take a tier 2 tower up towards top. Of course, they've got that minus armor, the little shredder. Flyby can kind of tank this. Blink, God's Rebuke as well as the arena around 3. They're trying to get the kill here with BKBB popped here by XXS. They go after Flyby.
A lot of damage from Lesh.
Super low. He might end up dead, but he's under the Shroud of Moonlight Shadow. Can he get out? No. The answer to that is, in fact, no. But they've taken out the Aegis. They've got the Yules on an XSS. They have the control to get the kill into the Mars. They're looking over as God King walks forward. Spear pushes him back, but they've got the blink as well as the hoof stomp. The stun comes in for the Leshrac. Now the Dream coils down, but they've caught White Album. He's in trouble. Starstorm in. They get the kill on a White Album. They take out the Puck, who plays aggressive and pays for it massively.
A great usage. They're from RNG. They go in. They use that Aegis on Leshrac. Leshrac was full HP, full mana in that fight, like they focused him because a lot of damage is coming out from him. Remember, this was also a fight where TB does not have meta, so he's not doing that much damage.
And they have the lockdown. Lanham getting low. Rod of Atos, silence there, and there's the Aegis, but it comes back alive, and they just have too much. Flyby, great lockdown there. And then White Album just gets over aggressive, and he's going to pay for it with his life. BKB popped by D-Stones to get the kill on Alanum. He's now dominating. And RNG, despite the fact that they were down a couple thousand, have now taken themselves a bit of a net worth lead.
Yeah. Talked about the itemization on Leshrac. Glad he did not decide to go for the Boots of Travel. Now going into Bloodstone, which is okay, and just has a casual Voodoo Mask for Spell Lifesteal, which is okay on Leshrac. Level 19. Wow, that about to hit level 20. So Pulse Snow at damage. Once you hit that level 20, you can actually feel the difference in damage that Leshrac does.
Spectre, Blade Mail Manta Diffusal. We'll see if that ends up being enough here for Spectre to really feel comparable in these team fights. Now White Album was going level 5 Dagon, now going into the Boots of Travel. Rethinks going straight 5 Dagon.
Dagon 2 at the moment, just a bit more burst damage against the TB. They don't have the best catch. Their only catch is pretty much Mirana with the Yule Scepter arrow setup. So if he feels that he needs to buy a bit more time for his team, Boots of Travel is a good investment.
Scotty picked up for Terrorblade too. So sitting top of the net worth. I think things look really good for RNG. Smoke into the outpost. They'll get that. And Roche potentially up in a minute. Arrow hit on XXS. Despite the fact that he was smoked up. Just taking a chance, and little Archer's prediction gets that stun. Now they smoke themselves. So let's see what RNG can do with this smoke. They're not working with an Aegis this time around, so if Leshrac dies, a lot of their damage gets taken away. Lanham, good spot to break the smoke. They've got the blink into the arena. Now they've got the stun with the Mystic Flare. They're mitigating the damage with Mirana, but it's not going to be enough mitigation. They get the kill on the D-Stones. They look over as the Dream Core is going to be dropped. They get the kill on Lanham. They'll take out Felix. It ends up being a 2-for-1. The Stampede to try and leave. XSS. Bull working away. They've got the lockdown on a Monet. They look over at God King. They've got the slow from the concussive shot. White Album.
They need a stun or
He's
a
right
silence.
There's
the stun and the
They've
silence.
Got the silence. Mortimer's Kisses is just too late. It doesn't do anything. And they're going to catch up to Super potentially and take a 4th. Salve, Fire Snap Cookie, Scatter Blast.
But
there's a lot of Atos, and they've got the kill. Very well done by Aster.
They cannot ask for a better fight initiation. XXS goes onto Leshrac, because Leshrac right now is the damage dealer in their team, besides TB. But if TB wants to deal damage, he also needs Leshrac to be in the front line, create a bit of a chaos, so we're going to see that again.
He didn't get anything off. I feel like he had a chance to get the BKB.
Spell. And the burst damage is there, reducing the magic resistance. by 45%. Ancient Seal, one of the best silence abilities, if not the best silence ability in the game.
And then God King's already running.
And he understands. I have no BKB, I have no Manta Style, I have this SNY, a bit of a status resistance, but that's not going to save me against all this burst damage. He cannot be isolated. Spectre, you could feel that Monet was a bit afraid of going in because of that Sunder. And now Spectre hit level 20, extra 400 HP. Roshan, we still yet to see second Roshan dying, so Shard is available.
The Shard could be given over. Honestly, I don't hate it on the Puck. I don't hate it on the Spectre. If you had to choose a person to get it, if Aster do grab this Shard. I know Spectre's is nice with the dispersion upgrade. And then Roche, obviously, we've been seeing a lot more of the Shard pickups on the Leshrac.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a meme, I thought it was bad, but played a couple of games against it. I saw it in a couple of pro games. It's good. It's very good when you're also in a bad position where you need to defend the high ground with. The AoE is huge.
Yeah, and when you've got two of them going at one time, all of a sudden, it feels very difficult to even move in. Like we saw it in just the last series alone, where you've got that high ground and everybody's trying to defend the steps in front of the racks, but you force the team to play behind the racks because, well, the
It's a
entire
zoning
length
tool.
is
It's very
stunned.
hard to enter the area where it goes because you can't do anything. You can't dispel it. You can't fix it. You can't fix the ground.
Yeah, if you don't have BKB.
If you don't have Bob to fix it.
Nature attend us.
BKB's popped around the horn. They're going to go with the arena. BKB this time was popped by D-Stone, so he's going to survive this. But they
XXS
ran the
just tanking
spear
everything.
onto God King. Now with no longer having that BKB, he'll start to back off. The arena's down. Ladam is the one frontlining. I love that. They're going to get the Dream Coil on the snap. Onto this Terrorblade. God King needs to run back. They've got themselves the Moonlight Shadow to hide under. Haunt bouncing around, looking for a proper target. Yules up into the air onto Felix as he tries to run back. Mortimer's Kiss is coming down, but Ladam's going to be forced step back. Is it going to be enough to survive? No, it won't be, because they've got the Blink as well as the Double Edge, and then the last shot from the Kiss. Death by a Kiss is
As the term.
is a way to die, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And this time around, they did not have this good initiation. They did not manage to get people on walls of the arena. RNG, they used their BKBs straight away. Like, they did not want to risk anything. So what is TB building? He's going into Butterfly. Interesting. Has a Paladin sword, so has some lifesteal. Don't need to go for Satanic right now. I'm just wondering if he's going to get a BKB eventually, or if it's going to be Butterfly into Satanic. Smoke from Aster. They know BKBs are down. They know there's no Stampede for 10, 15-ish seconds.
And no Moonlight Shadow for them to hide under. Ooh, backing away with that smoke. Maybe a little unsure about what's coming. Take out an Observer. Lanham's the one who just takes that out by himself. But that's about it. That smoke really doesn't do all too much. Dagging level 3 for the Puck. Witchblade, Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger working with the Quiver.
A bit of mixed damage. Magical has the talent, level 20, plus 25 damage on level 10, and then going for Spell Lamp, going for Vanning Rift cooldown. So wants to be able to scale. He's going to be more magical this time around. Good against the illusions, good against the TB, especially if he has no BKB and he does not have one.
Yeah, maybe looking potentially with that Waning Rift cooldown at getting the Shard from the next Roche.
He could. They have 2 abilities, 3 abilities to break the coil with. God's Rebuke, Spear of Mars.
But even just the revealing of invisible enemies for 5 seconds. You Moonlight Shadow, you Waning Rift in, you've got
This
that.
is a professional game. These are E-athletes, B-Cup. They know what they're doing. They're going to have sentries. They're going to have dust. But it's a good addition. You know, maybe if the supports die, you need to have that reveal. It's not that bad.
E-athletes.
Yeah, these are E-gamers.
E-gamers. Is that capital E, lowercase g?
E minus.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, capital G.
Lowercase a, capital M.
3-0. are.
Gamers. Okay. Yeah. They're elite squad of
Yeah,
gamers.
1337 elite
Radiant's
squad of
top
gamers,
tower is under attack.
professional
Radiant's
video
structures
game
are
players.
fortified.
Still tier 1 towers standing on the top lane.
Dire's middle tower
32
is
minutes
under
in,
attack.
not something we see often, but it is what it is. And Borax, he just loves this item build. I've seen him play so many Skywrath mages lately. Rod of Atos into Blink Dagger and then needs another mana item. So sometimes it's Lens, sometimes it's Hex, depends how much gold he can get. If this was a Philosopher's Stone, you know,
The fillet.
the good old fillet.
Yules and the arrow. All right, that lands on Aladdin. They've got the damage for sure to take out this Enchantress, who is short 120 gold
Dead,
of getting
very
buyback.
dead, no buyback. There is still one bounty rune,
Rod of
but
Atos. Okay.
that's not gonna bring her to buyback. God King just going in, going ham.
Oh, Host Stomp lands on an Awayabo, and now they've got themselves the arena. Monet jumps in. This is Roche Low. Mystic Flare onto the Terror.
They
Blade.
burst
They get
it
the kill on
down.
God King. They get the kill on the TV. Now they're going to look for more. The Dream comes down on a 2. Illusory Orb over the top. They've got the Yules on a Monet with the BKB Popeye Flyby. Now Yules onto this Mirana. Ooh, looking for the Spear, but they've got the Rod of Atos instead with the Ancient Seal. They'll get the Silence and take out 2.
Oh,
And now Roche is
DB,
theirs.
DB. This is a kind of a game-losing moment right there. If he does not get caught, what are you celebrating? What are you? I just wish we could see this on camera. Like, what's happening?
Punching
Your
the shot. I
predictions,
was
right?
kind of happy. No,
No.
wait, prediction. No, that doesn't affect this game. That doesn't affect this game.
Okay.
It's the series question. I'm already 2-0 today, though, so I'm pretty happy, given the little Selly. Look at this Dream Coil coming in at a 2.
What about when you said Selly? Okay, I'll hold that thought. So they burst him down so quickly, and once TB is gone,
Radiant's top tower
fight is kind of over. Because right now it's still Leshrac doing a ton of damage, but they need
Radiant's top
TB.
tower has fallen.
Yeah,
And talking about the semi, what about Stimmies? You guys still getting Stimmies?
I don't think so. Although, maybe.
You didn't get Stimmy for April.
Radiant's top tower is
Did
under
we?
Radiant's
I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm not American. I don't get my Stimmy.
I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. Get that 1,400 gold on me.
Yeah. I mean, this can't be a coincidence. 1,400 gold Stimmy, 1,400 gold shard.
What is my shard? Ooh, that's the question. Do I use my Stimmy on my shard?
How can we upgrade you? I mean, I don't think one shard would be enough.
All right.
We would need we need more slots. We need more neutral items. What would we give you, B-Cup?
Ooh, Octarine Core to cast Team Fight Analysis. Or, well, Team Fight cast, not analysis. That's not.
What if, like, they give me Mindbreaker right now so I can silence you and you shut up? What about that one? Just kidding.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's not there anymore. It's 1.75 second silence. You can talk right
Radiant's
now.
bottom tower has
I was
fallen.
trying. All I heard in my ears was just silence. I was like, "Oh, man."
Silence. I'm trying. I'm trying to click. It's one of the most annoying sounds. Like, I know, but I'm still clicking straight away. I want to do it as fast as possible. He will
Flyby
go
blown
down.
up. Yeah, they find the Spear. They've got the Mystic Flare. Dead for 76, no buyback. Felix Invis avoiding Monet.
I
Down
want to see.
7K now.
I want to see after the game how much damage Terrorblade did.
Doesn't feel like a lot right now.
Nah, definitely not. I would say it's sub 10k at the moment.
Ooh. Unfortunately, not something I can pull back or pull up on the side.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I could check his fantasy points, though. They're all saying 3. So that didn't work. Look at the tier 2 over mid. Aster should take it easily, and it's gone.
Radiant's middle tower
And they'll
has
just
fallen.
keep moving forward. Guardian Greaves for Felix. Nice.
Felix loves that item.
Monet will just stand his ground, and he's got this Aegis to work with. Arrow comes in, doesn't land. And now the blink as well as the arena comes down. They've got themselves a spear onto Super with a Mystic Flare. They'll get the kill onto this Snapfire, who's dead for 45 with buyback. Dominating now for Monet, who is 6-1 and 12. They get the
Tower
2-3.
will
They
go
break the
down.
high
They have a
ground.
lot of minus armor. They have Solar Crest. They have
Blink, Hoof Stomp coming
That's
through.
so.
Ancient Seal with the BKB pop by fly by the force step back from Lanham. They get the first life out of the hands of Monet. They'll look over as the spear lands onto Felix. BKB's going to run on a flyby, so he needs to be a little bit careful. They've got the Ancient Seal, and they should be able to get the kill, but the Fire Snap Cookie from this Snapfire onto T-Stone stuns up Monet. They'll get the kill onto the Spectre and look over for more. Mortimer's Kisses coming down, and XSS will give Granny a kiss in death once again.
Dire's bottom tower
keep
is
chasing.
under
Like, they need to try to get more out of this. So they don't lose the barracks. We see the shard from last track. It's has a lot of potential, so I'm not surprised that it got picked up. To go back to the talk, you know, you read something, you think it's really not that good, and then you see a couple of games and you realize, man, this is actually legit.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. See Monet getting controlled. Just stuns and stuns and stuns from that split earth.
Imagine if that's paired up with another AoE ability. Something like Kinetic Field, maybe
Ravage.
Arena.
Yeah, arena, because it would take up most of the arena. Circle within a circle. And it's also good in combination, I would say, with the overwhelming blink.
Something we see being picked up. Right now, he does not have boots. He sold his boots, spider legs. That's going to give him movement speed and overwhelming blink. 50% percentage movement speed slow is always going to be good, and 50 attack speed slow. And it's also, do the math, Pickup. You can do it this time. How much damage do they get from a Centaur? From overwhelming blink?
Take damage equal to 200 plus 100% of your strength. So he's got 178 strength plus 200. That's 378.
That's not bad.
And there's the
That's
math.
almost 400 plus attack speed slow, movement speed slow on 15-second cooldown.
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's AoE. If you land that on 5 heroes, that's almost 2,000 damage.
To start the fight,
Not bad.
doing 1/5 of TB's damage. Although TB going into the Satanic. The Butterfly
After
has
finishing the BKB.
has the Trickster's Cloak that makes him invis. But like I said, Shard here on the puck. How worth is your invis? I don't know. Maybe not that much. Well, Shrek getting the 30% magic resistance instead of that Diabolic Edict explosions.
Dire's bottom
It's an
tower
interesting
is
one,
under
especially against Sky and Puck, because Puck went full on magic damage, E-Blade, Dagon. What about E-Blade on T-Blade? Like, that's gonna hurt T-Blade for sure.
T-Blade.
Dire's
Something we have
bottom
not
tower
heard in a
is
while. Was big fan of that name during the Singapore Major.
They're going to go into the silence, looking for the spear. That actually lands onto the Marana, but he was looking for somebody else. With the BKBs being popped, they'll go after this Terror Blade. BKB's around the horn in front of the arena, comes out. These BKB is going to run out in just a second, but he's got the Metamorphosis. They have to pull it down onto the Lishrak. He was up into the air. Monet in a little bit of trouble by the double edge. Force staff back, trying to get out of the range of the Mortimer's Kisses. D-Stone's continuing to chase. They land the spear onto the TB, but the stuns, they're lining up. XXS
Spectre
can even
died.
run out of it. They get the kill on Monet. They end up losing D-Stones. They look over Flyby to try and get the kill on the Centaur, who's been dusted up, so he can't run too far without being in vision. However, he's made his escape for a moment. Super ends up dead. 3 heroes gone on the side of RNG. And, well, the Centaur does survive, and so does the T-Blade.
The damage coming up from Enchantress in this, like, no one wants to focus Enchantress straight away, but it's pure damage from Impetus. She uses a Solar Crest, Untouchable Slow. I don't think TB cannot really focus down Enchantress. I think it needs to be Leshrac. It needs to be some magical damage coming up from the Centaur with an overwhelming blink, with the double edge. Still big win. Big win
Yeah.
for T-Master.
It's like Enchantress just... The reason Enchantress is able to do so much damage is just feels like a hero that looks like it shouldn't do that much damage. They're ignoring LATAM the entire time.
Yeah, he's full HP, pretty much full
Nobody's
mana.
touching him.
Look at him. Using those impeti.
Impedoxin, yeah. Super dead. I mean, it's just... You look so inconsequential to the fights. You just get left alive to throw out impetus all the time.
Right now she has enough mana pool to cast multiple of those, probably like 20 plus.
Get to that level 25, get that 6.5% additional impetus damage. Ignore me now.
TB thinking about what he's gonna go next. Has Trickster's Cloak, a bit of evasion, a bit of a magic resistance. I don't think he could have asked for a better tier 4 item at the moment, because he needs evasion against Spectre. Spectre does not build into MKB, and just a magical resistance against Puck, against Skywrath Mage is always gonna feel good.
Right. Ooh, Sunder cooldown, minus 34 seconds. If you can get a Sunder off, he's been struggling.
He's been struggling because he did not have BKB. But now with the BKB online, most likely gonna be able to use it. Has some status resist. I don't think they can just burst him down from 100 to 0. But worst thing happened. You know, Caster's calling, this cannot happen. But we'll see what's gonna happen in this one. Borax denies double damage. He did not want to die for that one. Even though no one was around.
Ag's blessing on this Roche.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke from both teams, and LATAM just leads the charge. I love that LATAM is just able to do this. He might die for it this time, and he does. They'll get the arena down. Exodus is going to pop the BKB. They've got the silence. They'll get the kill on Felix, and he's going to buy back immediately. They don't have a buyback available on
50
LATAM.
gold short.
And it's a little bit of a problem not having that extra damage, not having that extra heal. As they go on to XXS, they surround him, and they do take him out. Mystic Flare down with the silence and the Ancient Seal on a super. Sunder to save a Snapfire. All right, well, he's got the minus duration on it, but is this going to cost him with the BKB popping go after Monet? They've got the stuns. Do they have the damage to get the kill on the Spectre? Yes, they do. All 3 heroes on Aster do have buyback, and they're going to lose a 4th. That is Borax
they do not
dropping.
buy back here. There's no point. I think they lost the fight. There's no Haunt to come back into the fight, so this is going to be Cheese, Aegis, and Aghanim Scepter. I want to see who picks up the Ags. Probably going to be TB.
I thought maybe White Album would make a move for this, as seems very typical of how he plays this puck, but just him alone against 5. Not going to go for it.
So TB.
Ooh, getting a kill on a Felix, who bought back. Dream Coil coming out.
So no Ags for T-Blade. Actually going to be a Centaur picking it up.
More resistance.
Yeah, 40% damage reduction. And you can go over the cliffs.
So they don't buy back on any of these heroes. They might be willing to give up a tier 3. They do have Glyph. And I say that, Borax buys back. It's another one of those instant, you set it, and then the opposite happens.
TB not really afraid to use Sunder to save his teammates.
I was
has
very
Satanic.
surprised.
Like, it could have
Dire's middle tower.
possibly, you know, backfire, but now he feels really safe.
Monet not really doing a lot in this fight, it feels like. He's chasing the Lestrak, E-Blade comes out, now he's on the run, and Monet never really did much. He threw a Spectral Dagger, gets Yules, and then he's dead. Okay.
Not the cleanest fights from both of these teams. Like,
A little shaky.
a bit shaky indeed.
Look
The
at this
one
net
when
worth.
Mars, yeah, I mean, the graph kind of shows what's happening in this game.
It's a fun roller coaster. If I owned an amusement park, I would make a roller coaster that mimicked like the most back and forth game of Dota. You just up, down, up, down.
You'd probably throw up
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
of times.
Oh, yeah.
But you definitely also need a fast pass. You need that quick pass, go in, go on that ride. You do not
Yeah.
want to wait in queue.
Or you do the, you have
But
one
maybe
that,
Dota players are kind of used to waiting in a queue.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had 30-minute queue, just waiting for my game to find. There's no one low-skilled enough to match me with.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't queuing at the time. I'm very low skilled. Refresher orb gets picked up. Okay. It's a refresher for the Mars. Venn diagram arenas. Blink overwhelming. Blink comes through, and then they've got the stun on the 2. They pop the Lincolns. They've got the Mortimer Skisses coming in. They get the kill on a White Album as well as Borax immediately. Borax bought back to try and defend the base. And now XXS immediately into the BKB TP. That was such a quick kill.
Yeah, that fear. This is why I was surprised that T-Blade did not pick up the Aghanim Scepter, so he bought one for himself.
Interesting. Quick kill. And now no Borax. So then that Rod of Atos, that Ancient Seal, Mystic
DD
Flare.
on Terrorblade. He's going for the high ground. Like, this game could potentially just end. Borax, as you mentioned, no buyback. Puck definitely needs the buyback. They're going to lose tier 4 towers. And look at this splitter, just zoning them out. You can't go on him.
It's got a double damage to work with. God, those racks got cleared up so quickly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They moved to top, and the stuns are still going on, but the BKB popped by Monet, or, well, just the Minotaur Horn.
DD got dispelled by Enchantress, but they're still going to lose the barracks. These are 2 sets.
White Album goes to the back lines, and doesn't really get much done there. Still 50 seconds without Borax. You can see Puck behind him. Needs to be careful. Hoof Stomp arrow flying through, not going to land. White Album, though, trying to make something happen. BKB as well as the arena! It's around everybody! They've got the Thunder coming up from God King immediately. He pops that Satanic. He's trying to heal up as the BKB's
what
come out
about
from the side of the
second arena?
They've got the second arena. First arena, was it good enough? No, but they've got themselves the second arena, and they've got the stun on the Monet. Can they get the kill on the Spectre? Getting low in some trouble. Pops the Minotaur Horn, trying to survive. Stun around again from God King. The impetus shots aren't going to be enough. They have the control. They'll get the kill on a White Album as well as Monet. Adam, he just
GG.
tickles at this point.
Just don't have enough. T-Blade is going to be full HP. Nice try from XXS using that refresher. The reference was, you know, from The Hobbit, but what about the second breakfast? What about the second arena?
Sunder, okay.
He's just going to use that Sunder. Will burst him down.
Platinum
Instant buyback.
buys back immediately. It just does not feel like Monet has the damage to get anything done. This TB overwhelms. So does D-Stones. It'll be Mega Creeps at least. But with 90 seconds to
Without
wait for
Puck,
White
they
Album.
should go in and just try to end the game. Do not give them another chance of possibly coming back. So Solar Crest on TB has Satanic. It still has Aegis ready.
Looking over at Monet is haunting around, and they've got the Sunder. There's the arena as well as the Spear. They've got themselves the Mystic Flare, but it's not going to be enough. The Fire Snap Cookie got him out of the Mystic Flare. They've got the damage onto XXS, but the Sunder, okay. Now back to full health for this Mars. He'll eat the cheese onto the Leshrac. They go after Monet. He's going to be dead again for 2 minutes. They've lost him. They'll call GG. RNG will get the victory over Aster. A very unexpected ending, but I mean, this
great
is
comeback.
the Chinese region.
Exactly. I kind of expected Aster to play a bit more aggressive with the advantage that they had. The T-Blade, you know, he's a strong late game carry hero. Yeah. And if you just leave him alone, a couple of mistakes by God King early on, I think he needed a much earlier BKB to be able to survive in these fights, especially against Mars Arena and the Skyrat Mage on top of it. But in the end, you know, Terrorblade just shows that he's still one of the best late game carries.